everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Making Mommy Move Show. Got my husband Larry here with us today, and we're excited to talk about community over competition. We have been experiencing lately, the importance of surrounding yourself with like-minded powerhouse people, both in business and life. So we wanted to talk about that today with you guys and just encourage you to find your people.
Yes. Yeah, we see it a lot because we're trying to grow so many businesses that you might start something that's brand new and then you see someone else copying you and you're like, they're encroaching on your space, but you have to keep in mind that there's so many opportunities that you can't handle them all yourself anyway. So, yeah, you got to share while it's there.
Yes. And you got to think about the different, I want to call it subsets of people, let's just say Jane, as a wedding florist, Jane wants my wedding flowers, but Jane and I aren't a good fit, but maybe Maggie is a better fit for Jane. So I could refer Jane to Maggie and they would be a total, harmony sync, a connection made in heaven. And it's she wasn't my client. We didn't get along. Our personalities clashed. Her style didn't match with mine. Whatever the case may be, it's not that she's stealing competition. It's just, it's a better fit. And as friends, when you're making friends in the community with other business owners, you can say, I have the perfect client for you. Here you go. And they'll do the same for you. Mm-hmm. Same, I've been working with one of my favorite people. Her name's Penny Lynn with Blossom and Bee. And she and I are really good friends, and we're able to share our rental inventory and order together through our wholesaler and get better prices and all of those things. And you wouldn't do that if you had the mindset that
everyone's out to get you and everyone's your competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also too is that you might be in the same space as somebody, but you don't do the same thing as somebody.
Yes.
So if you are friends with somebody else in your field, that maybe they're more budget-oriented and you're more luxury-oriented. So they might get a client that says, I have a $15,000 budget, and the person that they're talking to isn't capable of doing that. And they say, hey, I know somebody that is able to take care of that for you. And
they've got the team and the resources.
Yeah. And the opposite side to say, you get a client that says, I have a $3,000 budget, and that's not, that's not within your minimum, but somebody else that's willing to take that on. Say, hey, go see my friend. They'll take care of you. And
exactly.
So you toss work back and forth, and that's just not between you and one person. That's between you and as many people as you can think of. Because if you're all in the same space, each and every one of you has a certain thing that you do differently than one another.
Yeah, well, you can even think about that as style. So, I'm in the wedding industry and we do wedding flowers for our couples. I have a more organic and whimsical style. Somebody else might have more of a classic, ballroom style. So if it's a style fit that, hey, they're a better match for you. Go look at their portfolio. They'll take care of you. But that even relates to cars and everything, in your industry.
Yeah, since, I'm a mechanic, as you guys know. I work in a very general shop, so we do a lot of everything. But there's stuff that we don't get into. So we are friends with a guy down the street that has a trans shop. So anybody that comes in with transmission concerns that's out of our realm, we say, hey, go see the guy down the road. He'll take care of you. And he does the same for us. He gets some stuff that he doesn't do there. And he says, hey, go see our buddies up the road and they'll take care of you. So although we're both mechanic shops, and he also does other repair work aside from transmissions, but if he can't handle it at the time, he'll send it our way, and we send trans stuff his way. But we're also two shops that are within a half a mile of one another that are competitors, but we also are friendly enough that we can divvy work back and forth, and it works out well for both of us.
Yeah. So I want you to think about the different, I want to say niches within the niche almost.
Yeah, the subset within your area of expertise.
Yeah, and try to find other friends within your community, because I promise that's going to go far further than trying to steal work from each other or having the mindset that that's happening, even if it might not be happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was my first thought, because you had sent a post, because we also have another business for event cleanup for florists, and we had saw that somebody put a listing in one of the florists' Facebook pages that, hey, my friend is starting this cleanup business. Go check him out. And it was somebody that wasn't us. And my first thought was, we did it first.
Yeah.
And
Literally we did. This wasn't in New Jersey until we created it.
Yeah, we were the first ones in the area to really offer it. And, I guess it's flattering that someone else is picking it up. But to see competition out there and, kind of get scared by it, even though we've been doing it longer, even though it's only been a few months. But
yeah, you also have to think, maybe she's closer or more affordable or, in a different area.
That's something that we run into a lot because a lot of our clients are out in Philadelphia, which is a bit of a trip for us. And we calculate mileage. That's just our pricing structure. So they wind up being a little more expensive than more local, closer to the coast ones. So if they happen to be closer west than we are, maybe that'll suit them a little better. And we have more range to have clients that are closer to us. And it works out both ways. Or, if we happen to get somebody that they don't want to pay the mileage fees and everything, we can say, hey, we know somebody closer to you and they'll be able to help you out. And likewise the other way.
So something else I want to touch on, maybe for those that aren't business focused or have businesses of their own, how about life, surrounding yourself with the right people? Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are inspiring you, lighting you up, motivating you, cheering you on, not trying to suck the life and energy out of you or make it feel like you're keeping up with the Joneses because you're not. It's all in your head.
Mm-hmm. Because there are definitely people that kind of give us that this is stupid kind of thing for all the ideas that we have for everything that we want to build. And it's kind of okay, you take that over there. We don't need that. And there's other people that are this is phenomenal. You guys are inspiring and we love it. Okay, you come right here. We're friends now.
Come out with us. Come in our circle. Put yourself in the room with us.
So it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you are starting a fitness journey or starting a business or whatever, whatever goals you have, surround yourself with people that support them. And if they don't, you can go over there.
Yep, I love that.
It'll make your life so much easier.
Yeah, something that we do a lot that, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we like to keep things to ourselves until we're ready to bring them out into the world, just to try to prevent that, negative Nancy kind of bleeding all over your idea. And it's I don't know if it's good or bad, you do what you want, but it helps us keep our circle really close-knit and inspiring and motivated so that we feel continually inspired to bring it out into the world, whatever we're thinking.
Yeah, because the worst thing is when you have a great idea and you tell somebody who's a friend or family or whatever, and you're hey, I got this awesome thing I want to try. And that's stupid. You shouldn't even put your effort into that. And you're it makes you second guess. It makes you think maybe I shouldn't put my effort into this. Maybe I should just stick with what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And it really peas in your Wheaties about whatever you have going on.
And it puts out that fire that you might be feeling.
Yeah, and especially if it's something in its infancy that might not be anything right now. It might just be a thought, an idea. You're just getting started. So you might be months out before anything happens. If you tell somebody about it and they kind of just crap all over your idea, you might not even want to put in any more effort into it, which stopping before you begin is the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you guys have any feedback for us, we'd love for you to share with us on Instagram. You can tag us at lyss.morton, lyss.morton, and at Mortmoto Show. Mm-hmm. And share with us your ideas, feedback, questions. Share your favorite takeaway from this episode with us. We love to hear it. And if there's something you want us to talk about or a question you want to ask or you want to come on the show, please send us an email. We hope to see you soon.
Also, I was thinking, if we get a good bunch of Q&As, we'll do a Q&A episode for you guys, answer all your questions. Definitely.
Yeah, I like that.
Give you a little shout out.
Yeah, that too. If you have a business and you want us to shout you out, by all means.
We'll be here.
Yeah. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time.
All right.
Bye.